Alright, John chapter 18. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron, where was a garden, into the which he entered, and his disciples. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew that the place for Jesus' ultimate resort dinner with his disciples. Judas then having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh there with lanterns and torches and weapons. Jesus therefore knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye? They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backwards and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, Whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If there ye seek me, you let these go their way, that the same might be fulfilled which he spoke of them, filled which thou givest me, have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his ear. The servant's name was Malachi. Then Jesus said unto Peter, Put up this sword unto the see the cup which my Father had given me, shall I not drink it? Then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Jesus and bound him and led him away and first, for he was father-in-law to Caiaphas, which was the high priest. That same year, Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews, that it was expected that one man should die for the people. And Simon Peter followed Jesus, and so did another disciple. The disciple was known unto the high priest, and went to Jesus unto the place of the high priest. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that other disciples which was known unto the high priest, and spoke unto her that kept the door, and brought. Peter then set the dismissal that kept the door unto Peter, Art now thou also one of the Simon's disciples? He said, I am not. And the servants of the officers stood there who had made a fire of coals, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Peter stood with them and warmed himself. Then the high priest then asked Jesus of disciples and of his doctrine. Jesus answered him, I spoke only to the word. I ever thought in the Sacraments, in the temple, whether the Jews always resort in the secret, have I said nothing? Why ask me thou ask them which heard me what I have said unto them? Behold, they knew what I said. And when he had this spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, answering thou the high priest know? So Jesus answered him, If I have spoken evil, bear witness to the evil. But if well, why smotherest thou me? Now and had sent him bound to Caiaphas, the high priest. And Simon Peter stood and wanted himself. They said therefore unto him, Art thou also one of his disciples? He denied it and said, I am not. One of the servants of the high priest began his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off, said, Did not I see thee in the garden with him? Peter denied again. Immediately the cock crew. Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, and they themselves went unto the judgment hall, lest they should be defined, but they that might eat the Passover. Pilate then went out unto him and said, What accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him unto thee. Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put away any man to death, that the saying of the Jews might be fulfilled, which he spoke simply, what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered him, Am I a Jew? The own nation and the chief priest have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the Jews? But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou the king, a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause come I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth beneath my voice. Pilate said unto them, What is the truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews, and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then they cried, they all again, saying, That not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber.